Alright, so I'm here to talk about a company called Advanced Trucking and their lease to own program. Try to make this video real quick to the point. So far, my experience in the last 13 weeks or so has been great. I absolutely love this company. I've been driving now about 10 years, almost 11, so somewhere in there. I did lease programs at Prime, Bay and Bay, a few other different companies here and there throughout the years. This is by far my favorite. Make good money, great people. Like, you have any issues, you call them, they will help you. It's a smaller company. If you do decide to come over here, you're not going to get a new truck. Okay, you're going to get a used truck, so just be ready for that. It is what it is, but it's much cheaper, right? My total, I got it right here, my total fixed costs for a week, and this is $883.82. $495 a week for the payment on the truck. You own the truck at the end of this lease. Mine is 104 weeks and I own the truck. There is $100 a week escrow for $2,500, and then that goes away. I pay $155 a week for liability and cargo, $40 a week for plates and permit, $7.50 a week for the pre-pass, $10 a week for the ELD, $40.25 a week for the occupational insurance, and then $36.07 for your bobtail insurance. So again, that comes out to $883.82. After you pay your $2,500 escrow, it's $783.82. And again, you own the truck free and clear after 104 payments, which is 2 years. All right, they are a self-dispatch company here. You don't self-dispatch immediately. Shane will dispatch you when you start. He is the dispatcher here. And I don't know if there's a set amount of time, just when they feel you're ready, they'll allow you to dispatch yourself. But he'll work with you on every load, show you how it's done. If you've never done it before, never dealt with brokers, they will help you. Okay, orientation here, I believe, starts on a Monday. I started on a Tuesday, but it's real quick. I think I was in the office maybe 2 hours, maybe 3. It was real quick, got to the truck, and I ended up leaving out the next day. I get my truck organized, etc., etc. Now, getting to the company, I do believe you have to provide your own transport to the company. I didn't ask because I live in Louisville, Kentucky, and they're in Indianapolis, 2-hour drive. So I just drove my car. But like I said, they're awesome. I make decent money. Any problems that I've had out here, they've got it fixed very quickly, which hasn't been very many problems. I'm trying to think any other information. So you get 80% of the load. They take 20. Now, if you have your own trailer, you can get 85%, I believe. But like I said, they're great here. They look out for you. They're a smaller company. Yeah, I like it. I will have 12 weeks of payroll settlements to show you. Like I said, I'm just trying to keep this video short. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments, and I'll get them answered for you. But give me just a second, and I will put the payroll settlements on here. Alright, so this is week 1 out of orientation. I did start orientation on a Tuesday. I didn't leave till a Wednesday. Total for the week was $5,400. After they take their 20%, you got $4,320. This is the fuel I purchased. This is the fuel that came in the truck. They do charge you for whatever amount of fuel is in the truck when you lease it. Got a little bit of detention there. Alright, so right here, this is your MRP program fee. It's 9 cents per mile. It depends on how many miles is on your truck. It's all on their website. And then this is the maintenance fund. You put up 5 cents for every mile for maintenance. So, got $18.38 after everything. Week number 2 here, $73.50 total. After they take their cut, I got $58.80. This was my fuel for the week. This is all the expenses right here. You have a $2,500 escrow. They just didn't take it out on week 1. Again, this is your MRP program, and this is your maintenance fee. After everything, I brought in $23.55. Week 3, did $6,050 total. Brought in $48.40 after their expense, after their cut. Total fuel for the week. And then this right here, so this is actually the same fuel, but I had issues with my fuel card, so they gave me another one, let me use this one. And it was out of network. So there's a $2 fee for that. So you add that together there. Again, MRP program fee, maintenance fund, that is your money, just puts up for maintenance. Not a great week. We brought in 1,023. Week 4 here, total was 91.25 after their cut, 7,300. This was fuel for the week. They take out tolls once a month. Okay, I got a little bit of layover on this week. MRP program again. And your mileage fee for maintenance fund. After everything, brought in $28.89. Week 5, $83.25. After their cut, $66.60. This was fuel for the week. Again, had the same issue with the fuel card, so I had to use a different one. So right there, about $1,700. A little bit of detention. Again, MRP program and your maintenance fund. After everything, I brought home $3,800. Going into week 6 here, you got $83.50 total after their cut, $66.80. This was total fuel for the week. Got layover because it was a holiday weekend, if I remember correctly. I had to sit on a load for a day. Right here, MRP program and maintenance fund again. After everything, I brought in $34.37. Week 7, $9,100 total for the week, $72.80 to me after their cut. Total fuel was $23.11. Alright, so this right here, my windshield wiper motor did go out, and instead of having them replace it while I was out on the road, I just went and bought it and fixed it myself. I mean, it's 4 bolts. So they reimbursed me the total fee for that because it is covered under the MRP program. Right here, I did have def coolant valve and pump and stuff go out on me. I did get it fixed. This was not covered under the MRP program. So that did come out of my maintenance fund. The $532.93 did come out of my maintenance fund. Breakdowns happen, is what it is. After everything was said and done, after I paid for the maintenance, which came out of my maintenance fund, still brought home $37.84. Week 8. Okay, this is where I was going on home time for 2 weeks, so I just took this load to go home. There is another load. I'll show you. It'll be on next week's here. Alright, so this pretty much just covered my set cost for the week. Still got a paycheck. This off of $1,200. Didn't need no fuel. Made $300. This week here, I was off all week. So this is when the tolls came out once a month. Everything ended up owing $1,072. Like I said, I was off for a little bit over 2 weeks, so that's not bad. This week here, got back, started running. $4,300 after everything, $3,440 after their cut. $1,065 in fuel. Now see right here, they were nice enough. I didn't ask them; they just did it. They broke up my balance into 3 payments. So instead of owing $1,000, I owed $385 for this week, so that way I could still have a paycheck. $900. This week here was a pretty good week. The 10-4, we're gonna call it 10-4-50. 83.59.20 after their cut. Total fuel was 2,200. Now, since it was such a big week, they ended up just taking out the rest of the negative balance for what I owed for my time off. After that and after everything, made $4,085. Alright, this week here. Okay, I had to get to the shop again. I did have another issue. So $6,000 here, $4,800 after their expenses. After fuel, $1,700. After everything, still made $1,800, and this was my going to the shop load week.